Hello and welcome back to Sprite Guard Plays a Story About My Uncle. We are continuing to try and climb up this chimney. We are kind of very high up and at a breaking point where there is a bit of a ceiling. And on the other side of that ceiling, if ever we can get there, my goodness, that's a long fall. Now this is a pretty narrow beam we have to land on, but I have not been having too much trouble landing on it. And right on the other side of this balance beam, I remember there being quite a challenging jump. And so we are going to try and make our way up it. And we'll have to see how far back the checkpoint actually took us. I don't think too far back. But it looks like we're going to... yes. Okay. So, now I have to remember the controls because I've been playing a lot of other platformers with a lot of different controls. And there we go. So, we have to go up this chimney. We have, it looks like, a rock, a couple of rocks, a recharge point. And so it's going to be a little bit tricky. We have a grapple queue over here, so we probably are going to be starting somewhere around there. But I bounced off a little bit. You do tend to bounce quite a bit in this game. And now I'm just not ending up where I need to go, so we may actually need to reset. But there we go. Alright, so we're up here. We can now reach this rock. And so now it comes the question, do we do charge, recharge, grapple, recharge, grapple, grapple, or do we do grapple, grapple, recharge, grapple? Or do we need to recharge at all? What happens if we just do it a bit more like this? Where does that take us? It looks like we need to continue up over that way. But we've landed on a little ledge here. Okay. So that actually ended up being a lot easier than I expected. So let's see if we can jump up to this thing without too much trouble. There we go, and a checkpoint. Alright. So what's next? It looks like just some platforming, and then we've got an exit out of here. Yeah, we need to land on top of that somehow. Unless we're supposed to swing underneath this. That may not have been the best idea. Can we get to that thing? We can. Okay. Very simple. Not so simple. Okay, well. Oh, I heard beeping. So there is a machine for us to find somewhere. Maybe grappling is the wrong idea here. Maybe we just want to jump across. Maybe we just need to have a kind of a downward angle. And there's our machine. Not even hard to get to. Now, it looks like we actually want... Well, maybe... we can get there from here. There we go. And that is...
I found another one of Fred's campsite, noticeably newer than the others. The fire was still smoldering, and I could faintly pick up the smell of the aftershave he always used. I was closing in on him. I could feel it. He had left some tools behind that I could use to repair my boots. That should do it. Good as new.
Alright, we've got the boots back. Now, what do we have coming up? I'm wondering if this is the storm before which that platforming section was the calm, though it ended up being much more difficult than it seemed. Let's see, we have some platforms along here that we can go along, but we cannot grapple onto them. Oh my goodness. Is that where we're going, or is that where we came from? I'm not really sure. That looks like the spike that we climbed up a few episodes ago. And then I think we may have actually come down this line of rocks and entered this thing down there, and then we climbed to the top of that. I love the sense of perspective that gives. That's not gonna work. Alright, give it another shot. Hopefully we have kept the boots. Yeah, this is no longer interactable. So, are we supposed to go this way then? And then, of course, we have boots. I have to remember that. Seeing some interestingly placed grapple points. Where are we meant to be going? I'm really not sure at this point. We've got some more flares to chase after. But I don't know what even I'm looking for. This certainly looks like someplace that we should go. Let's see, how are we going to get to that thing? Okay. And up that. And then that one. And then, we can't quite reach that recharge point, so we were probably actually aiming for this platform here, but I was a little bit too slow on that. And I can't quite recover it. And the kill Z there didn't quite trigger as early as I expected it to. Whoop. Oh, that was just sloppy aiming on my part, so let's see if we can do it again. Alright, power leap there, grapple, charge, miss. Alright, gotta work on... I'm getting so much better recently at aiming in these games, but I'm still struggling with it. It's still something that I am not as confident with as I might have been if I had spent many years playing shooting games the way a lot of people my age did, but that was not something that ever really appealed to me. And my family was kind of not really happy about the games in general, so I didn't really get that many chances to play them. Not quite. So I didn't ever build up that skill, and recently I've been playing this, and that has been getting me better at it. And I was working on, you may have seen I posted a Portal 2 map that I was working on. And so I actually I played that one with the mouse. And it's probably not as challenging for people who are really accustomed to mouse aim. But it was something that I found very challenging to get used to. But as I worked on it, I got better and better at it. Which I think is kind of one of the consistently wonderful things about games, is just that there's these transferable skills that you pick up that you just get better and better at, and that kind of get you better at different games. And this game, of course, has some skills that are very specific to it, like the whole thing of not bumping your head.
Buried beneath the ice, you could still see signs of what this place had once been. Something not unlike the caves where the village lay. The ice age must have come suddenly, washing over it like a freezing tsunami. Now it lay desolated, haunting anyone who dared visit, with falling stalactites, sharp icicles, and its bottomless depths.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's encouraging. Now where are we supposed to go from here? Let's see, the arrow's pointing this way. Is there anything? Ah, we can grapple onto those things. Ah, but they fall when we do. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So, grab, 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 grab. Nope. And I guess we're trying to land on one of those platforms over on the other side there. And that should let us land here-ish. Alright. Now I guess we wind down this way. And where do we go from here? Ah, there's another one for us. Now that's interesting. Okay. For a moment I thought that there was this grapple queue under the ice. I was trying to figure out if it was trying to tell us maybe that the Ice Age had come even more abruptly than we thought, but it looks like it was just a little bit oddly placed, and we could in fact grapple onto that. So it looks like we're heading down this way to these pillars, and then across that. We've got some recharge points over here, but I don't actually see anything to grab onto. I wonder if that's what we just came up? No. I'm a bit turned around since we came around this column. I can't tell how much of this is actually places that we've been before. Thank goodness we have some air control. And it looks like we're going to need to do kind of a rocket jump here. Get over that. What is this? We can't interact with it. We can't move it. It looks like a glider. Interesting. So we want to go over here. Looks like we've got another balance beam coming up. These balance beams, I find there's so many of them in the game, and I find them so uninteresting that I wonder kind of, they must have had some idea about this game, some way of relating to this game that I am missing. Ah, we can. It looks like we can actually cling to the ceiling here. But how do we get close enough to do that? Oh, of course, rocket boots. And where will that take us? All right. Okay. This is getting really fun. Let's see, this looks like another falling one. Yep. There we go. Where does that take us? Looks like a chain of falling ones. Now, how is there a grapple queue on a falling one? Ah, that one doesn't fall. Okay, that's how. Well, I landed on something. I think we're supposed to be over here, though. Oh, that's a flare. So where do we go from here? Where did we come from? I think we came from this way. So I would imagine that we now go this way. Oh, that was a mistake. I think that's actually going to set us back quite a ways. Which is good, because I wasn't totally confident with the direction that I was going there. Let's see. Yeah, if you miss those recharge points, you turn around a little bit slowly. Though I notice there's a little bit of glitchiness here that you can actually see our past grapples on that falling spike. Whoa! Too high. And too slow. Okay. Oh, overshot it by quite a lot. Okay, so I don't actually want to jump here. Don't actually want to jump, and jumping is probably actually counterproductive. But I can grapple onto the ground, so I can do stuff like that to recover. So there's that. That. And then, yeah, if you miss, you have so little time to recover. I wonder if this, actually, is the stalactite. Where did the ground below me go? I wonder if this is the stalactite corridor that they were talking about needing to add some extra platforms. Because I had thought when they took the rocket boots away that that was it, that the rocket boots were gone. And so I had assumed that since they mentioned recharging rocket boots as part of why they needed to add extra platforms, that meant that it had to be before the place where our rocket boots broke. But since our rocket boots have been repaired, this may actually have been what they were talking about. Now we should be able to rocket over to this platform with the flare on it. And that brought us in from over there, so we are going over this way into the darkness. And are we going to make it? Just barely missed. Oh, by such a small amount. And of course I lean forward. I think that's going to probably do terrible things for the volume here. And we are actually getting to the point where I usually like to wrap these up. So probably going to give it a couple more shots. And then if we don't make it to another checkpoint by then, I'm going to call it a day. We made some good progress in this episode, and we will make some more progress in the next one. And I will become very quiet because I'm concentrating. Rocket boots. Oh, just barely didn't make it again. I probably should have grappled there. Alright, well, I'm going to call that. We will come back in a future episode. It's very tempting to say, oh, one more go, one more go. That's very much something that I like about this game. The instant resets really give it this rhythm that I really enjoy, and so the next episode may be quite a lot of time of just working on this sequence here. And so I'm very glad to have some really big challenges in this game again. Some really frustrating challenges. This is stuff I really enjoy, and I'm glad we're seeing it again. I was worried that the game was going to end without giving us any more of that. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.